Hello everyone, it's Reverend Kirstine here. I'm going to start our reflection this evening with a reading from 1 Kings chapter 19, beginning at verse 11. It's part of a story about the prophet Elijah. He's done many great things and seen God at work in quite spectacular ways, but now he's running for his life because Queen Jezebel has sworn to have him killed. He ends up hiding in a cave on Mount Horeb. And this is where we take up the story. The Lord said to Elijah, "Go out and stand at the mountain before the Lord. The Lord is passing by." A very strong wind tore through the mountains and broke apart the stones before the Lord. But the Lord wasn't in the wind. After the wind, there was an earthquake, but the Lord wasn't in the earthquake. After the earthquake, there was a fire, but the Lord wasn't in the fire. After the fire, there was a sound, thin, quiet. When Elijah heard it, he wrapped his face in his coat. He went out and stood at the cave's entrance. A voice came to him and said, "Why are you here, Elijah?" I was talking to a friend recently, and she was telling me about her experience of being back in church for a Eucharist for the first time in many months. "It was a bit sad," she said. "There was no singing, everyone was in masks, and we were all distanced from each other." As we reflected on this experience together, we began to ask some questions. What was it about gathering for worship that made us want it? And we began to think about what we'd hoped for in being back in church that for her had been missing. And I was reminded of the question that God had asked Elijah. "Why are you here?" We miss worship. We miss the music, the sense of being together, the sermons sometimes, the prayers, the candles, the processions, the pretty robes. But it's very easy to become consumers of worship rather than worshippers of God. My friend and I talked about what we hoped to get out of being back in church, and then we wondered if we had it the wrong way round. What if we went intending to bless God rather than expecting Him to give us a good experience of worship? What if we went to be consciously in God's presence, whether we felt it or not? What if we took our real, broken, empty selves into that emptiness and offered ourselves anyway? What if we fully entered the quietness and heard the still small voice asking us, "Why are you here?" What might your answer be? I'd like to share a song with you called Heart of Worship. It's written by Matt Redman, and he wrote it at a time when the church he was in decided to spend a couple of months without the sung worship that they loved, because they wanted to know what they were really there for. It resonates with me at the moment, this song, and it was a moving experience recording it in the empty church with just my phone, a guitar, and my less than perfect voice. I sensed God's presence as I sang. I took some photos while I was there, and the images will be on screen during the song. I know when we return to services in the church building, we will really miss the sung worship, but I hope that we will also be drawn back to the reason we are there, Jesus. When the music fades, all is stripped away, and I simply come, longing just to bring something that's of worth that will bless your heart. I'll bring you more than a song, for a song in itself is not what you have required. You search much deeper within, through the way things appear. You're looking into my heart. I'm coming back to the heart of worship, and it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I made it, when it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. King of endless worth, no one could express how much you deserve. Though I'm weak and poor, all I have is yours, every single breath. I'll bring you more than a song, for a song in itself is not what you have required. You search much deeper